Good morning, good evening, or good night, whatever time is it where you're at. Um, Today I'm going for something quite different. I haven't shared much of myself in these videos, and pretty much the kind of character that you have seen from me, it's kind of childish, carefree, and probably a little bit of willing to do anything very riskable and someone who really is very goof off. Well, this was just as a form of entertainment. I'm sorry. And honestly, I think it's already about time to show a little bit of something different. And I bet that someone from the 8 persons that are subscribed, which is really not something, but it's something that I think that some people care about me, despite the fact that I don't know anything about them. As I was saying, this is kind of weird since most of the videos that have been uploaded to this account have been to entertain and be as childish, as dumb, and as maybe little bit of random and weird as one can. But today I'm gonna go for something different, something that may give you a different point of me and maybe a little bit of interesting as well. Today I'm gonna talk about of where am I now. I am not talking about the place where am I, but if you're asking, I'm in a second kitchen built at my house. But serious, what I'm really gonna talk about is where am I right now as a person. Since through this point in my life, I have been having a lot of doubts of what I want to be, who am I, and how I'm changing from every year in my life. Well, as an introduction, I an introduction is the best way to begin. So let's get this thing started. Well, my first name and my first surname are the ones in the name of the channel. My second name is Enrique without H, and my second surname is Gonzalez. Yes, it's with double C. I'm from El Salvador, which kind of explains my difficulty for speaking fluently or straight English. Despite that, I want to make videos for the English talking people since, money. Everybody needs some money. And despite the fact that I always have a care for the people of my country and the Spanish speaking countries, I really want to grow up quickly, so I'd rather go first for the people of USA, Canada, UK, Ireland, whatever. But at one point, I think I'll do Spanish speaking videos on this channel for the Spanish people or in another channel. I am 17. I am male and I'm going to still be a male. And I'm middle class. Honestly, I don't find more to say about myself. Rather, that I was born October 4th of 2003, kind of like X generation, no, kind of like middling Y generation, but a little bit far from Zeta generation. Uh, Black hair. I don't know. After that, the only thing I can think of is that right now I'm third year of high school in coding. For the people that don't know, some in here it is most of the time obligatory to take an vocational school. Like being trained for being a mechanic, or I don't know, fixing with welding or something. In my case, I do coding for computer, despite the fact that I am not good at it. At this point, maybe I should begin to talk about myself. I mean, the way that I describe myself. Well, to not waste time, as I was saying, I am not good at coding. When doing an intelligence test, the type of intelligence test, I turned out to have linguistic or literature, I don't know, intelligence. From what I have been analyzing, and also because I really like to get a hold onto the things that make me feel confident in what I feel I am good at, since sometimes I thought about myself as a acceptable person for the other people outside, and for the unknown persons. I don't see myself that big. I really hold on to the things that make me feel good. And so I, as well, because I turn out to not be good at some things like doing maths, neither physics or chemistry or coding. Basically, things that involve advanced calculations and lots of numbers and logic. Mostly, I think I'm good with the words. Being the best example that once in a literature exam I got a 10, despite the fact that some of the questions were about things like rules, point, dots, key letters, but more advanced, as well as social science. I really kind of get very into uh, the way politics works, economy, styles of life, and as well I got very good knowledge in geography and history. I'm not gonna be very long on these ones, but I rather grow alive for this since none of them are taught in our school system. Probably because they thought they are very useless and probably we will never go out of this country. But I think they're wrong. Apart from that, I could say that I am very creative and I always thinking about things that I come up with or I watch, or sometimes random things that I just remember as bad casualties, because I always think at moments where I should put attention. It's kind of like a span, but it's rather because of how much I like to think. In fact, one of the things that I seeing to be as I grow up is to be a show writer, a cartoon writer, and to, at least in my words, be the first creator of a cartoon without knowledge to draw, because I am also very bad at drawing, but with a lot of good experiences in making good stories, canon, and very impressive writing. I really hold very tight, and I like the fact that I feel good at writing and speaking in a kind of like a lawyer or someone with a different idea, or trying to understand what people don't like and like, or in a sarcastic way. I am